Hello and welcome back to the CSS Hero Academy. This is Colin and today I'm going to show you how to use CSS Hero to change borders and border radiuses. So as usual, we're going to click on the targeting tool, select part of our page that we want to target, and in this particular case I am going to target this section here, this gray section, and it's post 37 section, so I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to see my border properties right here. So the first thing I'm going to do is explain what happens when you click on the border properties. First of all, the top three sections here allow you to change everything at the same time. So that would be the top border, left, right, and bottom border. Now in CSS, basically it starts from the top, work around to the right, down to the bottom, and to the left. That's the order that the borders are done in CSS. It's kind of like a clockwise direction, starting at 12, going around to 9 and back to 12 again. So the first option we have is no border. We've got a solid border, we've got dotted border, and we've got a dashed border. Those are the four options we have for border style. So let's just go back to no border. The next thing we have is a border width. Now this will change the border width for all four borders. So the top, right, bottom, and left. Now if I click that and bring that up to 10, you'll see that we have a border there now. Let's just change the color to something nice and bright that you can see. There we go. Red always works. Now that has changed all of them at the same time. Okay, if I want to change that border color, I just click on this icon here. I can choose a blue. There you go. Now if I want to change that to a dotted effect, I can click on this icon and it becomes dotted. If I want to make it a dashed effect, I can click on that one. So you can have some pretty cool effects here. If you want the kind of ML look, you can go here and go back to red again where I was before, and there you go, you've got the ML look. Now I'm going to just take that back. I'm going to go back to the no border, so that takes it all off. I close that color palette. I'm going to take that off. Now let's just say we want to change these top and bottom borders just to add a little bit of difference between the two. So this top border style, I'm going to select solid. Okay, I'm going to make that border, let's make this 15 so you can see it. There we go. Now I want to change the top border color, so I'm going to select here. I'm going to choose a blue. As you can see, that overrides the unilateral color that we chose for all the borders, but I'm going to go with that blue there. Okay, so I'm just going to click on the blue to make it go away again, and I'm going to go down to, we've got the border right style, which would be this one. I don't want to do anything with that. We've got the border right color. Then I've got the bottom border style here. So I'm going to click on solid and I'm going to bring that over to 15 pixels. Okay, and I'm going to choose my blue from up here actually. So I'm just going to select that and I'm going to put that in my color box down here. There we go. So I've got the blue that I had up there, and that would be top and bottom borders. Now if I want to change the border width on the bottom one, I can just slide it up there. Now if I want to make a really jazzy effect here, I can actually put dotted or dashed borders on the right hand side. So if I go to the border style on the right style here, I can go dashed. Okay, and if I bring that down, you can see I get the dashed effect. So you can do some kind of jazzy things here. If I do the left border style, I can also do the same thing, and we'll change that to dash. So you can mess around and have some fun there. Now that's the border style. So I'm just going to actually cancel all that. Okay, so we've got rid of those borders. Let's go down and see what else we can do with the border style. So let's go down the page a little bit more. Okay, so what we've got here is we've got these counters here, and I want to put a border around them, make them look a little bit different. So I'm just going to click on one of them. I've got the counter area here, okay, and we'll go down to border. This time I've already selected the color from the 2700 here. And what I want to do is I'm going to bring a border in here. As you can see, pretty cool. I'm going to bring in a 5 pixel border around that, but you know what, it doesn't look quite right with it being square edged around that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back out of border. I'm going to come down to border radius. Now this is really cool. I can add a radius to all 4 corners by bringing this over. As you can see, we start getting round edges around there. So that's how easy it is to bring a border radius onto our borders. Now if I want to go down and go back to my border, I can change the width a little bit. There we go. So what I'm going to do next, I'm just going to come down to the next section, and I'm going to choose, I don't know, I would like to put a border section around here. So let's just choose this whole section here. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to go to my border, and I'm going to add a solid border all the way around. As you can see, I can now put a border around that section. Now let's choose a color that is neutral. I'm going to use my color picker up here actually and just choose that color there. Okay, so I'm just going to paste that in there, and there we go. And I'm going to change the radius on this because it's a little bit too square. And I'm going to increase, actually I'm just going to do the top left. I'm just going to do the top left, and I'm going to do the bottom right. As you can see, you can create some effects here. So there's the effect of just the bottom and the right. But actually in this case, I think all of them will look better like that. So there we go. If you want to change the effects on, let's choose this image here. Okay, so I'm going to choose this image, slider image. I'm going to change my border radius, but I'm going to just change it on the top side. I'm going to bring it over to 50 pixels, and I'm going to change it on the bottom right. As you can see, you get a completely different look. Now let's just say I want to bring this in and make it look like it's inset, and I can't do that because it's full width. I can go to my slider, I can change my border. Now this time I'm going to choose white as my border, and I'm going to bring it in. As you can see, I can bring in and make it look like it's inset. So there's lots and lots of things you can do with the border. Just play around with it, have some fun. You can't go wrong. You can reset it if you don't like it, and you can create amazing borders, any color you want, any style you want. For example, if I go back to this one over here, go back to our post 37, I don't like it solid, so I'm going to go to border. I'm going to change it to dashed. And there we go. We've now got a call out section within our page by a quick few clicks. So that's it for borders and border radiuses. I hope you've had fun. If you like this lesson, please share it with your friends. And if you're not subscribed already, please click on the subscribe button. I will see you next week. Have a great week. Bye now.